Good morning, traders. This is Zach with Three Peaks. I'm a little late getting up this morning, so I haven't had a chance to really look around, but hopefully the scanner feels like working this morning and I can jump right into some stuff. So EYEG and VIVE. A little sideways. This one seems to be moving in a nice direction. It's a little expensive, so I don't want to go too high on my share size. I'm not really trusting that. This has some huge wiggle room, so let me try and mark out some resistance levels. So I might be looking for the break over 350, which might have been a little early. There's a pretty big buyer right there at 350. This kind of looks like consolidation, but I don't know enough about the stock to really sit through a full consolidation period. If this starts to move downward quickly whatsoever, I'm hopping right out. But honestly, it's because of the low volume and how little that candle is moving downward, it kind of looks like this is... Never mind. How did that spike so far down? We were doing so well. Glad I didn't get in there either. Granted, I would have been down to like 100 shares instead of 300, but that was almost a $1.50 drop. $1.35. Wow. WAFU continuing from yesterday, maybe? Although, that dropped a lot. Wow. $54 back on my $100 loss to start off the day. I kind of made a quick decision that this was enough of a candle setup, so I was just looking for it to pass the high of this candle and then pretty much drop out quick, which it ended up working out for me. And wow, 31-cent spread. So I need to be very careful if I hop back into that. So one thing I didn't upload yesterday, I did actually take 3 trades on WAFU yesterday. I made $72, I believe. It happened right after I turned off the recording software. I tried to outline what I did in the description of yesterday's video, if you want to read about it at all, but it ended up working out pretty well, which I think I could have traded it better. However, I was also lucky because it halted going down in the opposite direction shortly after that, so I think I did pretty good in only trading what was comfortable to me. So I think I was just trying to buy expecting it to break the $50. That really didn't work out in my favor. I still don't know what I missed. Maybe in the time and sales or something, this huge buy-off coming, or sell-off. I'll probably watch my video back and try and learn from that a little bit. Here's a really nice setup if it consolidates a little bit. There it is, and looking like 918. What did I get filled at? 924. That's pretty unlucky. It didn't do immediately what I expected, so I was just trying to cut my losses pretty much. Get back out of that. It is still moving in the right direction. I'll be looking to get back in, but with the little pullback right here. I was expecting as it broke the previous candle high, it would start to rise up again, and it just kind of went sideways. So oh, that's not moving nearly as much as I thought it was. That whole candle wasn't even 10 cents. I don't think there's enough profit to be made on this. This kind of has the volatility. It's just not setting up in any pattern that I can trust. I think higher just skyrocketed. Yep. Oh, it's still 25 cents all the way up there. The good thing is it's pretty cheap, so I could actually go a bigger share size, but I need to be very confident it's going in the right direction. It's pretty far overextended, so I'd be happy to see like a pullback and setup that I understand. The 8-cent spread is also not the greatest. The reason I'm setting up this order is because of the fact that the volume was so low on these two red candles. I'm pretty sure this only looks this bad because of the spread. So I could definitely see like another green candle coming up into this range as this starts to make a move higher. I'm setting it pretty safely out of the way so it doesn't accidentally get caught by the ask price. And then have like the spread rip me right down. I'm just lowering my risk a little bit. think this is just too slow moving. There's not enough volume here for it to run like I need it to. I think I'm pressuring something that I shouldn't be. Wow. Okay. So this one came out of nowhere. This, I think, is one of those OTC stocks. So first let me check Marin. Not really the setup I want. This just started. It's just the spread messing around again. Pretty much the rest of these I've already been looking at. Still hasn't moved from that price. I do want to drop this down because the issue I'm running into is like none of these, except for like WAFU here, matter. Just huge market cap, not a whole lot of volume to support the volatility. So I think I want to start dropping this down into like 200 range to eliminate a lot of those like 350 million share market caps. What is this? That's halted. This is going to be WAFU round 2, and I have a solid feeling that because of the momentum yesterday, people are like ready to jump on stuff. I'm gonna look up really quick when this was halted. So we have ASLN 753.24. So 2 minutes, and this will resume. It's really cheap, so I could go higher share size. However, I'm still not the most confident in these trade halts, so I will be pretty careful. It looks like this was actually already halted for 10 minutes between 9:43 and 9:53. So this was actually a halt as well, and it immediately, in 24 seconds, got halted again on the move up. So there's a really good chance this is just going to keep ripping. So 58.24, I want to get back to that. That could be a very big winner. Already up 243% on the day. Any other new surprises in here? Not really. Okay, we could be looking at a 10-minute, but I just want to be prepared in case it does resume at the 5-minute, which would put us like probably 25. Okay, no resumption there. There is a 38-cent spread that I need to be prepared for. Look at the amount of shares bought at $1.51. Wow. Is this all because of the halt, maybe? Oh, so these are... I always thought this was on a scale of 100, but it looks like this is actually... the exact share size. Okay, so we have a couple more minutes. I definitely want to look to trade this again. It's pretty much the exact same timing as some of the halts yesterday in WAFU, and that ended up working out very well. I need to be careful. I haven't traded a whole lot of the trade halts like that before. I'm going to see if I could find any news on this stock to figure out why it's running so hard. Because if it has news backing it, I can definitely see it running. Looks like they just announced a publication for a potential treatment for leukemia, basically. A type of leukemia. So I guess that could be news. It happened 8 hours ago, so midnight, basically. Or I guess 10 p.m. last night, so well after the market was closed. So it makes sense that it could be running this hard. While I have a second, I would like to see about hotkeys. Are the subtabs these things? Because that would be pretty great. No. It's those. These are not the most useful hotkeys. Some of these I may want to mess with. So 324, I have just under a minute remaining. ThinkScript editor. I wonder if I could actually code different hotkeys. Okay. Looks like a lot of people are watching this. Look at this site. Yeah, it's already... It's been halted for a while. Wow. This is just going to keep getting halted. So I got filled above the high a day, of course. However, we'll see where we resume, because this can only go up with this many people buying. I mean, only a couple individual thousands, 2K, 2K, 3K, 2K. Probably like 30, 40,000 shares bought right there. That might be a bit much. But anyway, it's destined to go up. I have 300 shares long on this. I have no idea, though, how many... Which actually, if I just pay attention to the volume, that has 300,000 shares of volume in this 1 minute candle. And that was halted, I think, in 25 seconds, it's saying, on the NASDAQ here. So our ASLN was halted 43 for 10 minutes, 53 for 10 minutes, and then 10:03 for, I'm assuming, 10 minutes at this point. I am long on the stock, which is neat. I just don't know how long this is going to go on, so I probably want to be careful that I don't, it doesn't reverse as quickly as it's been going up. It's probably very overextended right now. I could look around a little bit while I'm on this, I guess. So 808.50 it would resume. We're up 330% already. That has been selling off big time, as has that. MDGS I haven't looked into at all. So that tanked. That's just been steadily declining. Interesting little move here. That's not showing much confidence, though. It's also pretty low movement. I think that's gone pretty much stagnant. Not a whole lot of movement here, except for ASLN, which is kind of making up for everything else. Or was it 5? So we have about a minute until the first break. Okay. It has resumed. Went a little sideways. Honestly, I kind of want to get back into this, but I don't know. I was kind of expecting this kind of profit taking. We'll see where this heads. I mean, that has to be a 20% move. Yep, it's already halted on the way down. Pretty much the exact same thing as WAFU yesterday. Okay, so WAFU, at least, let me bump this up, 5-day. So I was watching Warrior Trading yesterday, the trade recap. He did say that this is actually an IPO, so that's probably why we can't get the full 5-day thing. However, so yesterday, and let me actually just do this. So yesterday there were a couple trade halts on the way up here, right? And I think I traded right in here. There's a minor pullback and it started to run. I hopped in and just kind of rode it up in a couple different smaller trades. I might have actually gotten in here as well. I don't remember the specifics of it. However, I was out probably 520 something, and I could look it up if it really mattered. But anyway, it started to stagnate up at the top here, and that's why I wasn't hopping back in. And it reversed hard, got stopped out on the way down, resumed a little more steady, as you could see. Obviously, there's another pop-up here, sold off very quickly, but it wasn't predictable anymore in how upward trending it was going to be. And I have a strong feeling that we would see something similar here. So huge run, reverses and stops out on the way down, and then goes a little more manageable, like sideways, under, like consistent, and then a little less predictable in terms of day trading it. So I somehow ended up $24 profit. I really thought I was going to end up losing on this a bit, but overall, I think it worked out pretty well. I'm down, I believe, on the overall day. That loss right up front really made it tough. Yeah, so I'm down $20. $100 loss on VIVE pretty much immediately to start off the day, but did a decent job bringing it back up with trade on WAFU and then a quick scalp on ASLN, and also this $4 like sideways trade on EYEG. Anyway, I'm probably going to call it there. I might keep an eye on ASLN, but I probably won't be trading it anymore because of the setup I explained like yesterday. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you all on Monday.